Now, Celia Imrie, award-winning actress, of course, starred in so many brilliant movies, The Best Exotic Marigold Hotel, Calendar Girls, Bridget Jones. One of her next big screen roles will be alongside Helen Mirren in Richard Osman's Thirsty Murder Club. Well, this week, Celia's also releasing her 6th novel, Meet Me at Rainbow Corner. She joins me now. I'm halfway through. It's a cracker.
It is, isn't it?
And I had no idea there was a Rainbow Corner.
I know, and it's such a shame that there isn't any sign left in Piccadilly Station, Piccadilly Circus. It was like an oasis for all the GIs who came over to help us in the war. And they did this brilliant thing of throwing away the key. And they never locked the place. It was 24 hours open to all the GIs, where they could get donuts and chewing gum and Coca-Cola, because they had no rationing there.
Of course.
It was just, you know, absolute. There's never been anywhere like it.
I honestly had no idea. That's what I love about this job, that you get to read books, to find out things and to know what's going on. When I was reading it, it was very, very vivid. And I think you write like that, don't you? You write in a sort of cinematic way.
Well, I have a great collaborator, the brilliant actress and writer Fidelis Morgan. She does all the research and we collaborate on the book together. Yeah. And actually, I suppose, truthfully, I write hoping it's going to be a film. Why not?
Well,
and it's all true, you see, all the stories that you read, I got to read the letters of these girls who, you can understand them falling in love with the GIs, can't you? The Americans,
the glamour.
you know, coming... Exactly.
Yes.
And, you know, I understand completely. And also, in times of crisis, you know, how people come together and fall in love. Of course they do.
Yeah.
And this book is inspired by Fidelis Morgan's mother's wartime letters.
Oh. So you've still got all those letters you were able to...
Fidelis and her family have. But
fantastic.
She was engaged 3 times when she was 17 to 20, and 3 of her fiancés were all killed in the war. And we don't know what it...
At that age as
must have been like. You know, 17 she joined up in the Navy. But I love also the friendships that you make, you know, in terms of crisis. Yeah. I've noticed, you know, theatre companies or television companies, when we all come together and there's some sort of crisis, the energy that, you know, we join together.
Yeah,
and
it brings out the best in people as well.
It does, and the friendships that are made. But these darling girls, they'd no idea what was going to happen to them.
Because a lot of them went over there and didn't know whether the person was going to be there or not. It's not like you could lift the phone up.
Exactly.
Know?
And so they arrived in New York, and was the husband going to come and collect them or not?
Had he forgotten about his
or
back
or exactly, and pretended he'd never got married in the first place. But Fidelis and I did the journey that they did.
Oh,
yes,
that would be fascinating.
On sea, on Queen Mary. They all came over and, you know, it was pretty awful for them with the nappies everywhere, because they all had children by this time, these young girls. They'd come over on the Queen Mary, then they'd go over right across America from, say, New York, right across to Los Angeles, which is where Dot, one of the heroines, gets to. And that's what all the film stars used to do, on the train. You know, and it takes 3 days, and you have... you suddenly realise how huge America is. And actually, they were very brave going over to... They didn't know what was going to happen. They didn't know whether the parents were going to like them. No. They didn't know where their husbands were going to live or whether they were telling the truth.
It is brave. They were pioneers. They were pioneers. I'm so glad you've told their story.
I know.
You know, that's the thing. And I'm hoping that Meet Me at Rainbow Corner will be turned into either a movie or a TV series, because well, it's so unusual.
I know.
And it's true.
Yes.
So it's got that basis in fact, which is fantastic. And for goodness sake, if Richard Osman, lovely Richard Osman, his book Thirsty Murder Club, of course, and you're going to be in it, because he said people shouted at him in the street saying you had to be Joyce. You had to be Joyce. I love that.
Isn't that marvellous? I wish I'd been tagging along and hiding in a shop window to hear that.
Tell. But that, again, that's going to be brilliant. And he has got more books coming along. So this is a franchise. Oh, my God. Celia, this is definitely a franchise, you as Joyce. But that's going to be great fun. Yes. That's going to be fantastic. What a cast.
I know.
Jeez.
Well, Dame Helen and I have worked together on Calendar Girls, but this time we don't have to take our clothes off.
Well, Not yet.
Not
We'll
yet.
see how it progresses, because you never can tell. Look at that. I mean, that is the creme de la creme.
Oh, my goodness.
Those 4 there, and there'll be
know.
more even. It's going to be really, really good. And is Bridget Jones is it still being filmed as we speak? That's going on as well.
It's all under wraps, and I'm not allowed to say anything.
You're not allowed to say anything. Don't say
but-
anything. I don't want to know.
Bridget Jones 4, can you
I know.
imagine?
I know.
25 years ago, I think, or something, that we began. I know.
As long as your character still is naughty and outrageous.
of course,
And
of
doesn't
course.
care. You know, she's one of these people that just does not give a monkey. And I love that.
So do I.
Absolutely love
Best
that.
parts to play.
But you're so busy. It's great. You never stop. You never will.
Well, we don't want to, do we?
We don't. We're not doing it.
No.
We're not doing it.
Why would we,
Why-
actually?
If you're having fun and you're enjoying yourself.
And you're doing your second book?
Well, I'm trying.
It's
Did
very-
you find your second book
Oh.
really hard?
Gosh, yes.
Yeah.
You know, the first one you come up with all the good ideas,
Yeah.
but then you've sort of got to match it.
I know.
which
I
is-
think I've used up all my good ideas.
No, you
Celia.
haven't, no.
But it's coming to me. It's getting there. It's getting there. It's getting there. And it is a joy to do. I mean, it is. And there's nothing like, you know, holding that in your hand.
I know.
You know, your book. It's just great. It's out Thursday, isn't it?
Yes, Thursday.
Fantastic.
Rather a busy day it's going to be on Thursday. But
is.
nevertheless, that's coming out
It
on
is.
July the 4th because of the GIs, you see.
Of course.
In honour of them.
Oh, that makes sense. Independence Day.
Yes.
Thank you, Celia. Meet me at Rainbow Corner out on Thursday. Can't wait to finish it. I only got it yesterday and I would have finished it. I don't like talking to people if I've not read their whole book.
No, you're
But I've
very
still got that
good.
wee joy. I should do that today. Thank you.
Thank
Great to see
you.
Thank you so much.